Yeah, I got a question for you, bro.
Who's this?
This JR calling from PA.
Okay, what's happening?
All right, man. If you married a white woman before you got into the truth, before you got knowledge of the truth, are you allowed to divorce her?
No. So you can't add sin onto sin. And this is the same conversation that okay, so Moses married a heathen woman before he had the truth, before he was at the burning bush. And when he had his woman, Miriam and Aaron came up against Moses. And it was for that very reason that they wanted him to divorce his wife. And we know that the Lord was against it because he punished them and gave Miriam leprosy, you understand, for a time. So you can't add sin to sin. What you did prior to the truth, you understand, like, you have to change, but that doesn't mean that you can now continue to sin. So it's like it's damn near like if you had a tattoo and you came into the truth, your tattoo coming with you. Just don't get no more tattoos. You got to use it as a reference point from where you came from. So you can't add sin to sin. So that would still be your wife, but you're going to have battles. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have battles because she's never going to accept, you understand, what it is that you're doing here directly. And especially, is this you or you asking for a friend?
And this is me.
If you asking for a friend, it's still you. But you have kids with her?
No kids, no.
Okay, well, you know what I'm saying. Let me tell you something. You got way less of a battle. Because now once you have those children, you know what I'm saying, it's damn near like they got to pick a side, you know what I'm saying, for the culture. You know what I mean? Like which one are they going to go to? Now so you cannot divorce her, but I do have good news for you.
What's that?
You can get another wife. And she better be an Israelite.
All right. So what do I do? Do I tell her to keep the cult? Do I tell her to keep the laws and statutes? I mean, like for instance, Christmas is coming up. She act like she on what I'm on, but deep down inside, I can tell that like she really just going with the flow just because I'm telling her to. You feel me?
Well, listen. Who cares why she listens if she listens? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if she faked the funk her entire life. What matters is that your laws are obeyed. You know what I'm saying? Like now your laws are God's laws. But I say your laws because you're supposed to be the authority inside your household. You know what I mean? And yeah, she should keep the laws. You understand? It's no different than hey man, you read the book of Esther. You know what I'm saying? We ruled over the Edomites. And they had to follow our rules inside of our land. Hell, you go back to 2 Kings, the 17th chapter, when they brought all the heathens into the land, lions was tearing them up until they learned our ways. You know, Christ come back, the Chinese, Japanese, they ain't gonna be no more octopus tentacles, just right. You know what I'm saying, coming out of a bowl alive before they try to slurp that thing down like noodles. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't gonna be no more cat, rat, and dog being served on these damn Chinese stores and what have you. So, what you got to realize is everybody's going to obey our laws. You obey those laws, that's your household, and you know what I'm saying, and fight for them to be obeyed. And who gives a damn what her reason is? You understand? What matters is that she don't try to bring no damn Christmas tree in your crib.
Right. So what about salvation for her?
Okay, as far as salvation, man, listen, you know what I'm saying, that's your woman, man. Treat her like that. But this is what it all comes down to, right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna turn around and tell you who the Lord gonna have mercy on, who the Lord not gonna have mercy on, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? The main thing that you need to realize is each man got to seek out their own soul's salvation. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing as an individual, as yourself, that the Lord should be having mercy on you? Because there's nobody that could be around you, whether it was a woman who's an Israelite or if it was, you know what I'm saying, if you had your children are going to be Israelites, anybody around you looking at you as an example, if you aren't the example, if you aren't already living it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this. This will be my 12th Passover. I don't know if I'm saved. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm from New York and I'm arrogant. You know what I'm saying? But I am not arrogant enough to believe that the Lord needs me. I am not arrogant enough to believe that there is anything that I've done to think that I got a guaranteed spot on a chariot because Moses split the Red Sea and did not get the kingdom. I ain't split the Hudson. I ain't split a goddamn puddle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't raised nobody from the dead. I can't throw a damn thing on the ground and it turn into a serpent. You know what I'm saying? Like all I did was go to camp and talk shit. Now let me not negate it like that, you know what I'm saying, because it's more honorable than that. But what I'm saying is I went to camp, you understand, and prophesied. I followed orders, you understand. I taught. I ain't resist on the blood, so I can't turn around and think that I made it. So my question to you is, what's your resume?
Man, I keep falling short. I ain't gonna lie, man. I try. I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm trying hard enough, but you know what I'm saying? I try to keep the laws, man. It seems like I'm always falling short, though.
Well, here's what I'm saying. You trying to do that shit by yourself?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's why. You know what I'm saying? Because you should be in here. You know, I couldn't do this by myself. Nobody could do this by themselves. As scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? You gotta love your brother as yourself. How you gonna love your brother as yourself by yourself?
Right.
You also got to be able to what they said. What they say, congregate. There's holy convocations, man. You know what I'm saying? So what I would suggest. What you said you in PA?
Yeah, I'm in PA, probably like an hour away from Philly.
Well, let me tell you something, man. It take me an hour and a half to get to Harlem from Staten Island, even though it's only 17 and a half miles away. You know what I mean? And I used to damn near drive to Philly once a month. So, you know what I mean? If I was you, I would go down to Upper Darby. I would get inside class, you know what I mean? And I would get familiar with these brothers. And that this way you have somebody who's going to hold you accountable. Because here's something else too, right? If you want to be in here, you're going to have to change. You know what I'm saying? It's like positive peer pressure. You have to conform because you won't be acceptable if you don't change. So you have to want to be acceptable in the eyes of the Lord. And this is the standard. You know what I'm saying? So I would call that number up. I would get in touch with them brothers, grab that number off the website and stop trying to do it by yourself. If you could do it by yourself, you would have done it by now.
All right.
Nobody could do it by themselves. I couldn't do it by myself. Nobody. Listen, Captain Azar, one of the strongest brothers I know, he couldn't do it by himself. None of us could. Every single one of us need each other. You understand?
So you just go on the website. What's the website?
ISUPK.com. Real simple.
All right. And all the camp numbers are like the locust, the closest camp. Like,
yep.
Be all right there.
It's going to be on there. You're going to see a 267 number.
I appreciate you.
Hey, no sweat. All right, shalom.